and welcome back, students of life. Welcome to another edition of Free Yourself Friday. My name is Cassidy and I mentor busy professionals to detox their mind and body, gain more energy, and live a natural lifestyle so that they can take control of their health. And welcome to this edition of Free Yourself Friday. I have another member of my soul family here today. I'm so grateful to have this amazing guest speaker, 𝗨𝗨, and we're going to be talking today about what muscle testing is. This is a modality that I teach about in the Divine Detox Method Master Course, and it has been such a life changer for not only me, for Tyler, for anyone that knows about this amazing tool, and it's just helped me answer so many questions. And I love this phrase. It is so simply and beautifully put. Don't guess, muscle test. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand it on over to Tyler, and really at the end of this video you're gonna walk away knowing what muscle testing is, a little bit about Tyler's story, a little bit about what our doctor does, our holistic doctor, and the modality that he uses. So yeah, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Tyler.
Thank you. I first want to talk about the story on how I found my way to muscle testing. I became very sick and ill working in a barbershop for a long time. It wasn't just the chemicals that got to me there, which is what most people think. I had a couple different variables going on. I took a lot of Advil. I had a wisdom tooth removed, which is just a big giant hole in your immune system right then and there. And then I took antibiotics on top of that, and not even a few days after mixing all of these things together, my blood pressure got so high I couldn't see straight. So this is when my issues started, and before that I was completely normal. Eat whatever I want, do whatever I want, drink whatever I want, and put myself in any environment I wanted to at that time, and I had no ailments or effects from anything at that point. After that happened, I kind of spiraled downhill, and I got all kinds of food sensitivities, environmental sensitivities. I couldn't skateboard anymore. I was losing weight like crazy. After going to the hospital a few times, they were like, oh, something's going on with your liver. So what I did was completely blow my liver apart accidentally. Of course, I didn't mean to. I just listened to doctors, in white jackets, and they made me take that much Advil, and I destroyed all my organ systems. So when I found Dr. Darren, it took a little bit of time after all of this happened to me, which is how I found muscle testing. And it was actually a client that walked into the shop. He's like, hey, you're not looking too good. He's like, have you tried figuring out what's going on with you? I can tell with your aura that you're not feeling good. And usually I'm this happy, never negative attitude type person, and he could tell that I was carrying a negative aura at that time. And funny enough, he introduced me to Dr. Darren, and I went straight there after he told me a few things of what he's recovered from, and he actually ended up not going anymore. So it was like he was the messenger. He brought me in, and then I met Darren, and he was healthy. He was perfectly fine. There was pretty much nothing wrong with him. But for me, there was a lot wrong with me at that time. So when I met Dr. Darren, I couldn't eat. I lost 70 pounds in 2 months, and I was really struggling. I had depression, anxiety, all of these things, of course, because I was malnourished and there was a lot going on in my body I didn't even understand. So when I met Darren, all my unanswered questions were answered with muscle testing, with what was going on with my stomach, my liver, all these things that hospitals were telling me, we don't know what's wrong with you, your blood work is fine. My blood work was so fine, I went from being able to sleep and exercise and eat anything I wanted to, not being able to sleep, eat nothing, and my body was rejecting everything, including water. It was crazy. It was probably the worst thing I ever dealt with. But knowing muscle testing brought me out of something that deep should allow anyone to know that they can come back from they can recover from any ailment or problem going on in their body.
Absolutely.
So my healing journey was very, very deep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of sorrow in the beginning, and I thought there was no way out. So this muscle testing, when I met Darren, was the way out. And no one else believed me around me that was going to be the key, because they've never heard of this muscle testing. It's a very high profile thing, actually. It's like the highest form of nutrition available to mankind that we're aware of. So it's not something that's in the public or in the main media, or because the big companies kind of don't want that around or want that out there, because then many people would recover from whatever's going on with them, and trillions of dollars would be lost, and that's not in their best interest. So
yeah, follow the money, right? They can't profit off of you. I say it all the time, if you're conscious and if you are healthy, right? And part of me kind of wanted to put this video on maybe like Google Drive, and you have to click to get to the video, but we're not going to go super in depth about muscle testing. But yeah, this is something that they don't want you to know about, so we're really excited to share it with you, because like we said, it's super life-changing. And I would love for you to share a little bit about what has manifested for you because of your challenges, because of your tribulations, because of your deepest pain. So I would love for you to share what you do for a living now. We'll kind of touch on that at the end, where you can find him as well, but I would love for you to share how that pivoted your whole life for you.
Yeah, so the pivot was very sharp, and I thought I was going to lose my job. I pretty much lost everything. I got rid of a lot of things because things weren't mattering anymore, like my car at the time. Couldn't afford them or just deal with them because I couldn't work. I was always sick. So when I left the barbershop and I started doing this muscle testing, I started recovering, getting better and better. I brought my whole clientele. Actually, they decided to come with me home. I thought I was going to have to quit my job and lose everything, but they were like, no, we want to be with you. They supported me through the whole process. I have a lot of people, maybe 40 people, that watched the whole process.
Shout out to the tribe.
Yeah. Awesome people. I love them. They're still with me today. It's awesome. I just can't even believe that sometimes, that when I left there, I truly thought everything was gone and going to stay gone, because I was like, I'm sick. Nobody wants to be around me. It wasn't true at all. A lot of people were there and very supportive, and now I have a fragrance-free hair shop at home, and a lot of people actually are finding me because source. Yeah, they're just finding me. It's the energy that I gained throughout that process, and now people that are along that same frequency are being brought to me. They're vibrating with me, and now we're all on that level. So my life became a lot easier. It used to be a lot more complex and difficult before I got ill. When I got those problems and recovered from them, I realized so much in that process recovering that it brought me out of this state of complacency, and now I'm in an abundant frequency where things come to me, and I don't have to do anything anymore. I'm just being myself, and I have a couple businesses that are just circulating around me and helping me live and feel better.
And I also want to recognize Tyler for the fact that when you sit in his barber chair, it's not just going to be a haircut, it's going to be an experience. He really has helped so many people live a low toxin lifestyle, switch their laundry detergent, switch their cosmetic products, literally change their electromagnetic field, change their pheromones. And then these men are like, okay, I'm gonna have my woman do this now because, I'm not attracted to her because literally I don't like these chemical smells. So it's absolutely incredible what one person can do. And we'll save that for the end though, when he tells you where you can find him. But I definitely just wanted to point that out, and I'm just like super grateful for all the work that you're doing in the world. And yes, I'm just eternally grateful for all of the light warriors, so thank you all. So we'll go ahead and jump into what is muscle testing. So my definition here may not be the best, but I'll try my best. And basically muscle testing is, we have this built-in cheat code system within our body from Source. Thank you, Source. That's going to give us answers, because we are energetic beings. Everything is energy. So our body is literally going to give us yes and no responses. And simply put, you're going to see it in the sway test, which we show you in a little bit here, what Tyler is going to demonstrate. Your body is going to feel expansive and go towards the truth and go towards yes and positive statements. And it's going to be repelled by and go backwards, essentially, because we're about to show you the sway test, one of the forms of muscle testing, one of the ways that you can muscle test. It's going to be basically repelled by negative false statements. So there are many different ways that you can muscle test. We'll jump into that in a bit on how someone else can muscle test us as well, so we can have another human muscle test us. We can muscle test ourselves, and it's just been such a game changer, because I literally can sit there and I'll do it at the grocery store. And I talked to Tyler about it as well, and he definitely hyped me up, and I was like, yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go in the grocery store and muscle test this. He's like, yep, I do it all the time.
I've been doing it for years. 7 years now.
It's amazing, because we can, I may have or may not have shared here, but I know I have on my Instagram that, I've been healing something for the past 2 years, a dis-ease, essentially like an autoimmune condition and the root cause of it being parasites. So I've been detoxing parasites. And so what happens is when I eat certain foods, my body can get a flare up. So I'm able to use muscle testing to hold an apple to my heart center and just to my body, and ask a question and get a yes or no answer. Is this going to cause a flare up? Is this going to cause inflammation for my body? Does my body need this right now? Like, the questions you can ask are endless. You can ask them in your head. You can ask them out loud. There's many different ways and modalities that you can do muscle testing, but like I said, we're going to show you the 𝗀𝗏 test. I think that pretty much covers it. We'll go more in depth on this, or I'll go more in depth on this in another video. And like I said, I mentioned this and teach you about this in the Divine Detox Method Master Course. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers the gist of muscle testing, and you're probably going to learn best by being shown what it is. So was there anything that you wanted to add there?
I just wanted to add all the way back to when people are in my chair and the things I've taught them. Yeah. The biggest thing people have really benefited from, it was the easiest thing that they could do, and it was either put their phone on airplane mode or keep it out of their bedroom while they sleep at night, and turn off the router if they can. And I've had over 15 people shooting me messages, text messages in the morning. Oh my God, this is the best sleep I ever had. I actually dreamed I slept a full 8 hours. I didn't wake up in the middle of the night. So it was just something that simple, and that's just one layer of clearing up your environment to allow a healthier state of being. I just wanted to add that.
That's amazing. Thank you for that mention there. And yeah, that's just such a simple thing that we can do, and such a game changer, truly. So
easy.
Yeah,
just keep it out of your room.
Beautiful.
This is not hard.
I love it. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you one of the simplest forms of muscle testing. It's called the 𝗀𝗏 test. So like Cassidy was saying before, your body understands a positive statement and it understands a negative statement. It understands that. So if I were to say something positive like love, and I let my body move, it's going to move forward, which would be our body saying, yes, we like that, it likes that, however you want to say it. And then if you say something negative like hate or discern or discouragement or something like that, and you let your body go, you go backwards. So you have love and you have hate. And then your body understands that frequency, those words, they have vibration. Words are spells, like she always says.
I also wanted to touch on, Tyler, when you say it or like divinity or whatever, like what are we really like asking this question to? Like, it's our subconscious mind, right? And it's also to divinity.
It is to your subconscious mind and your soul, which your soul is connected to the ultra divine. So you're actually getting answers from your soul through God.
That's powerful.
But every person's body has a different frequency signature, which is why different people react. Their yeses and their nos are different depending on what you put on their body, trying to muscle test them.
Right, exactly. So I'll go ahead and hand you some sweet potatoes. We're going to do a test with, and this is one way that
subconscious mind, soul.
Beautiful.
Subconscious mind, soul.
All right. So this is one way that our doctor does the dosage as well. He'll put like a tablet in our hand and he'll be like, does Cassidy need 1? I'll test strong for it. Does she need 2? Test strong. Does she need 3? I'll test weak. It's a no, so that we know that my dosage is 2. So you can find out dosage as well with muscle testing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and
we're going to dose sweet potatoes. So I'm going to show you quite easily. I'm just going to put this on my body, which it already knows my body just by being in my hand, but I'm going to show you for the 𝗀𝗏 test, and you just let your body go. So 2, I can handle 2 of these.
Another thing we should touch on too is the neutral mind part.
Yes, you also want to keep your mind blank, which is actually pretty easy once you practice it a little bit. In other words, don't be saying things in your head like, yes, because you're always going to get that reading, always, no matter what.
Right.
So
even though you know your name's Tyler and you might naturally lean forward because of that, and your name is not Cassidy, okay, you lean back, it's best to keep a neutral mind. So with those questions, it might be tough because you literally know, oh, my name is Cassidy, right? My name is not Tyler. But anyways, neutral mind is another very key, important part of muscle testing.
Very important.
We'll go ahead and...
we do not want false readings. If you have a cell phone on your body, false readings.
Right.
Because you're getting readings from the phone.
Chemicals on your body, that's going to alter your electromagnetic field and frequency, so you're going to get a better reading.
Your nervous system.
Be a candidate for muscle testing. You're not really going to be a candidate for muscle testing if you have... toxic BS on you. So
because you're just tripping your nervous system.
Right.
It's like having a block in the circuit board and nothing in the house is working. That's pretty much what happens when we wear perfume, laundry soap, dryer sheets, stuff like that.
Frequencies, right? Our bodies.
Yep.
Harmonic frequencies. Beautiful. So we'll go ahead and see.
Which is why it's banned in other countries, most of these chemicals. They're aware of that. So I'm going to show you how my body registers these. This is 2 sweet potatoes. And that's an indefinite yes. I could probably eat these raw right now. I'm not going to do that, but hand me more. Let's see more. So 4 of these, that's still a yes.
Okay.
That is still a yes. I can handle 4. Now we have 6. And it's even stronger. Like my body wants all of this right now. It wants it. My soul wants this. Okay.
In your pocket?
In my pocket. Okay. 7.
And hold this one.
8. Can handle 8. Cool.
Okay. That's a lot. I hope I brought enough sweet potatoes.
And I can already feel like the negative, like I still 10. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of sweet potatoes.
And there it is.
Oh,
there's 11. So 11 that
so
it's a
let's show
no.
them again.
So grab one.
Okay.
So with 10 in my arms, this is all that we have here is 10 of these, and I let go. I go forward so I can completely handle all of that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, let's try this with 11.
Okay, so now with 11 of these, and I let my energy go, it goes backwards. So 11 of these I definitely cannot. If I were to eat all 11 of these, I'm probably going to have some sort of digestive discomfort, or maybe some other symptom like fatigue, because my body cannot digest all of this.
You might even turn into a sweet potato.
You might even turn into a sweet, you are what you eat. That is true.
You are what you eat, and you are what you absorb.
Yes.
So get to Dr. Darren, because...
And when you're wearing chemicals, you're absorbing that too. So you become that. You become a chemical.
Jeez.
That's not good.
I don't want to be a GMO. How about you?
I don't want it. No. No, thank you.
So I've been working with a holistic doctor for a while now, but there was a time when she wasn't available since she isn't local, and I am super grateful that Tyler put me on to Dr. Darren, who is a local chiropractor, but he's also a nutritional response practitioner, and Tyler's going to tell you a little bit more about what that is. But like I said, you know, you can not only muscle test yourself like you saw on the sway test just now, you can also be muscle tested by someone else. And I also prefer to, if there's like a certain supplement that I'm taking and I test well for it personally, I'll have somebody like Tyler muscle test me as well to make sure that that really is the case. It's just that like extra layer of, you know, reassurance. So yeah, so I would love for you, Tyler, to tell them a little bit about Dr. Darren and how long you've been working with him. And I know, you know, you mentioned like some of the things that he's helped correct maybe in the beginning, but yeah, just a little bit about him, and then the modality of nutritional response testing.
Okay, so Dr. Darren and I have been working together for 7 years now, and I just want to let you guys all know that I am clear of all my issues that I had when I first met him. So if that's not powerful enough to say that, at the least. So nutrition response testing is a form of muscle testing. It's a deeper sense of testing where when something's going on in the body, like depression or anxiety, or you can't sleep, or lethargy, fatigue, whatever you want to call them, they're all kind of the same things. Dis-eases. With nutrition response testing, we would look for an organ that is out of balance and it's causing the rest to congest. It's like a highway. Like when there's too many cars on the highway, you're probably not getting to the mall as fast as you want to. It's kind of the same process when your liver's not happy, then your lungs and your thyroid and your brain, it's all unhappy. It's all congested and it's not doing well. So the whole practice with nutrition response testing is to balance one organ and everything will start being, your whole aura becomes clear again. Everything feels good. All your energy blockages, it removes energy blockages. Right. So say there's something wrong here, we'll bring the liver up again, and we start doing some testing, we find out it's from a chemical, and then he would also find the cure for that. There would be this whole
kits, right?
All these test kits that he has with all these different supplements, from ranging from like ginger to cayenne to things
in
you've
little
heard of
vials,
before.
like he
in
puts these on
vials.
Your body, right? And your body's energy, and it resonates with the energy
it'll
of the
resonate with the energy
cayenne
signature
or
of the
mold,
body.
or right.
And then we'll say that cayenne will help the liver. We'll just say that it will. In everyone's case, it's always different. For me, a lot of milk thistle is what helped my liver personally. For my mother, when she was doing the testing, it was a lot different. She got more along with spices like cayenne and ginger and stuff like that, and I did not. So it's interesting how the testing is always so different all the time. I love that. I think it's so unique and cool and fascinating.
Bio-individuality.
Yep. Bioenergetic feedback testing.
Right.
𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲 nutritional vials, supplements, stuff like that.
So he finds the root
like that.
cause,
Yeah.
you know, and then he is able to also find the solution through, once again, you know, putting these vials on you, energetically testing the body. It's amazing. Everything is energy. You know, this has a vibrational frequency. I have a vibrational frequency, etc. So definitely just want to touch on that. And if you're in the local area and you want to see Dr. Darren, you can mention Tyler or I, and that's going to save you some money off your first consultation. So definitely wanted to throw that in there as well. And yeah, I just would really love to end this off with asking you, Tyler, that when it comes to your holistic health, what is something that you are happy about? What is something that you are grateful for? And what is something that you desire?
Well, the biggest thing I'm grateful for is kind of things I wanted my whole life but didn't know it. Like I wanted a family and to have a healthy family, and now I understand all the fundamentals to be able to give that to them. Because I understand how to bring myself out of bad health. It's
He's
the
a medicine
same thing.
man, so
Yeah. So
yeah. Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what happens when we heal. That is just so powerful for everyone else, right? And it's like our alignment is the greatest gift that we can give others, and our mess is our message, and our test is our testimony. So wow, like thank you to the pain that gave us understanding. And yeah, I'm super grateful that likewise. And it's just beautiful, you know, Tyler mentioned his mom. He's been able to help her get out of her dis-ease as well, and you know, read books and did the things and did the digging. Shout out to Dr. Darren too. He's got a great library that you can check out, so that's amazing. So I love that. It's a beautiful thing to be. That was something you said, grateful, right? You're grateful, or maybe happy, I don't know. So you're happy.
Very grateful that I understand everything, and now that I can move on in my life to help my friends, my family, my close friends.
Right. Yeah. And what about something that you desire when it comes to your holistic health?
I desire to have an area that is untouched with negativity. So like we're talking like acreage, house on a ranch, lake in the back, horses, goats, just farmland, stuff like that, and to be able to work in an environment that is not going to harm me or the other person. And they can feel that too. People come to my place now and they're like, I cannot believe how good it feels here. I can't believe it. Some of them won't leave. And that's okay. They can hang out as long as they want. But when it passes 2 hours, it's like, okay, we gotta go. Like, I know it feels good in here. I've created this.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. What a beautiful space to create for your client. Like I said, not just a haircut, definitely an experience as well. So I love that. I'm co-manifesting that with you, visualizing that, and it's already here. Time just hasn't caught up yet.
Yep.
So I think that that's a great way to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're okay. I was going to say the biggest thing I want in the end of all of this is to have maybe a campsite where people can come to and heal there. They'll come there and probably not understand at first why they're healing and why they feel so good, but when they're there, they will be educated on, you know, clean air, clean water, clean environment. Yeah, the basics. It's
basics
all
that
basic.
are being attacked, right? That's beautiful.
We're
I
all
love
just
that.
been tricked and conditioned to believe, you know, all these cell towers and these EMFs and these processed foods, they're okay. They're not okay. We're not used to that. Our DNA is not used to that.
Just because it's common doesn't mean it's normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Just 100 years ago, we weren't doing any of that, and cancer was at a almost not in sight. So you have to think about it that way.
Our grandmothers were not bombarded with as much BS. Our grandfathers were not hit with all these alpha inhibitors and all the things like that. So absolutely. So yeah, I would love for you to share where people can find you, how they can work with you, what your Instagram is. I'll put the handle here. And,
Okay, so I go by Conscious Chris. You can hit me up on there in any way you want. Just send a comment or a direct message and I'll get back to you. We'll send you an application, you know, a little bit in the sense of like, okay, do you wear cologne or perfume or stuff like that? Those things are kind of important to me because I'm not trying to ruin my hurt my environment.
You aren't going to be able to sit in Tyler's chair if you have toxic laundry soap on. Conscious individuals only, pretty much. And he'll help you know what brands, and I'll help you know what brands to use as well. But yeah, it's a chemical-free barbershop. So
other than that, I have a 10-year long list of clients that are already with me, and you know, when somebody wants to come with me, they kind of have to abide by these rules. It's not that I don't need them, it's just that I don't need the problems that a person will say wearing strong perfume. I don't need those problems. And other people in my shop are also sensitive, so I don't want it getting on things, on my tools, on the cape, stuff like that. So I keep the environment very clear. and it has to stay that way. So pretty much conscious individuals only, which is the way I want to build my demographic anyways when it comes to
we get to choose who we get to work with. What a gift, right?
And that's another beautiful thing I left sickness behind with, was when I recovered, I was like, I don't need these people that are hurting me anymore.
Power of choice.
Yeah. And then anytime I lost one person, source or God, whatever you want to call him, her, it brought me more. And then people that were on my frequency and on my level that took care of me and were more appreciative as well. So once you start operating higher, things become higher. Yeah.
Right. I love that.
And then you can't even escape it. You just keep getting higher anyways once you're in that direction, which is wonderful.
Yes, ascension. And we're grounding too, because you got to ground first to reach higher up.
That is true.
Love it. Thank you so much, Tyler, for your time. I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you.
This was really fun, and I look forward to our next one together. And definitely let me know in the comments below if you've heard about muscle testing. Maybe you go to a doctor that does muscle testing, and just anything else that you want to share with us, whatever resonated with you. I would love to know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful to be having guest speakers on. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to having many more. So thanks again for tuning in, sending you my love and light always. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this with somebody that is going to get their mind blown like I know you have if you're new to this concept. And I'll see you guys next Friday. Thank you. Namaste.